Okay, so these laws of exponents, so when they're multiplied, when terms are multiplied, you add their exponents. And when terms are divided, you subtract their exponents. Here you multiply the x and y, it's separated by parentheses. Here you distribute the x to both of the terms. A to the negative x power puts it in the denominator, and if it's 1 over a to the negative x, it puts it up in the top. All right, so let's practice with ease. So these three gives me, oh, this is a typo. This should be e to the 2x, e to the 2x power. So I add the x and the 2x, and that gives me e to the 3x. So then here, e to the 3x divided by e to the x, you take e to the 3x, subtract x, that gives you e to the 2x. And then here, you're going to multiply these two terms. So 3x times 2 gives you 6. All right, let's play with these exponents. So I'm going to distribute through. So I get x to the 4th power y squared, as you add exponents, and then I'm going to come over here, it's going to be subtract x to the 6th power, and then when I add these two exponents, I get y to the negative 1. And so to have no negative exponents, x to the 4th over y squared minus, x to the 4th y squared, and this one is x to the 6th over y. All right, this one here, you're going to distribute this negative 2 power. So I'll have m to the positive 8 power, because negative 4 times negative 2. This is to the 1/2 power, right? Square root of n is the same thing as saying n to the 1/2. So if I take 1/2 and multiply it times negative 2, that gives me n to the negative 1. And so rewriting this without negative exponents looks like this. All right, so this again is to the 1/2. So let's just take time to rewrite that. X to the 1/2, and then minus 1 over x, x to the 1/2 down here. So when I multiply these two, I add the exponent, so I get x to the 3/2 power. And then multiplying these, let's just go slow, so I get minus x over 2x to the 1/2. And so to simplify so that I get cancel, I can cancel an x to the 1/2 out of both of these terms here. So I get x to the 3/2 minus, this 2 stays in the denominator, and then it's x to the 1/2 up top. All right, so this one here, I'm going to take the time to rewrite that cube root as x to the 1/3. So x to the 1/3, and this is y to the negative 2. And then I'm going to cube it. So this, I'm multiplying these two, you get x to the 1 power over, and multiplying these two, you get y to the negative 6. So rewriting it with positive exponents, there it is. Okay, so everything in here is multiplied, so I'm allowed to take the square root of everything individually. Square root of x to the negative 2, square root of y to the 4th. So this gives me 4. This is like saying 1 over the square root of x squared times, and taking the square root of y to the 4th, that's like saying y to the 4th to the 1/2 power. So this gives me an x on the denominator, and if I multiply these, I get y squared. All right, this one here, making sure you keep the exponents. So this is x to the 6/3 power, and that's y cubed. And there's x, and y to the negative 2 power. So this is the same as saying x squared. And so x squared divided by x gives 1x in the numerator. Bringing this to the numerator gives me y squared times y cubed. That's y to the 5th power. Okay, so you notice this is different because it's got subtraction in here. So I'm going to use my foiling. So I'll get this term squared. So e to the 3x squared is e to the 6x. And then I'm going to have minus 2 times this. So I'll have minus 6 root x e to the 3x, and then plus this term squared, which will give me 9x. Again, this is foiling it out, so let's do it slowly. This term squared gives me 9 over e to the 4t. This times 2 will give me plus 6, and the e to the 2t's cancel. And then plus e to the 2t squared is e to the 4t. Okay, just making sure we're good with these. Multiplying this out, I get e to the x squared, so that's e to the 2x. And then this times this times this times 2 will give me minus 4, because the e to the x and the e to the negative x make e to the 0, which is 1, plus 4 e to the negative 2x. All right, last one on this page. So this squared, e to the 4x. This times 2 will give me 6. And then, because the e to the 2x's cancel, plus 9e to the negative 4x.